For the ancient Greeks, time was absolutely not important. They didn't care. And that's what's interesting. Because modern humans, they're obsessed by time. Literally. They see life as divided into days, each day made of many blocks of time that need to be stuffed with productive activities. And precisely this whole concept of being productive, filling up the day and feeling good about it, there's no way the ancient Greeks could have understood that. Managing time didn't make sense for them. As Aristotle explains in Politics, back then either one had time, which meant he was rich and he didn't have to work. And according to him, having so much free time was the only way one could educate the mind properly to excel in philosophy and politics. Or one didn't have time, because he was bound to work, and he was basically regarded as a slave by the elite. This system of values remained in place for the next 2000 years. Disposing of one's time was the privilege of the elite, and filling up the day was not the agenda. It all changed very fast during the Industrial Revolution though, and the growing obsession for productivity quickly imposed the tyranny of the clock on people. The famous idiom, "time is money," attributed to Ben Franklin, was only written in the mid-18th century. From that moment on, time began to represent the labor of workers and was being increasingly considered by the capitalists as industry's main commodity. Tick-tack. Tick-tack. In the factories, humans had to adapt to the rhythm of the machines, follow the tempo. Now there was a time to eat and a time to pee, marked by a bell. And this was transposed to schools so that children could learn time discipline from the earliest age. The mechanical revolution set forward a revolution of values. Aristocrats were now old-fashioned, and so were the leisures they praised so much. The merchants now ruled the world. Money was everything. Time was God's most precious gift, and wasting it became the worst of sins. Always be productive. This is the state of mind that most of us have been immersed in our entire life, although this conception of time is very recent in history. Nietzsche already wrote about this in 1882 as he described the American way of life that was quickly gaining Europe. One thinks with a watch in hand, eating lunch while reading the latest news of the stock market, living as he might always miss out on something. Virtue has come to consist in doing something in a shorter time than another person. Work is winning over more and more the good conscience to its side. The desire for enjoyment already calls itself need of recreation and even begins to be ashamed of itself. In this modern era, humans divide their day into two concepts, work and leisure, which are really nothing else than the two sides of the same coin. Instead of work and play, the ancient Greeks had another division of time, quite more philosophical. They actually had two words for time. One was Chronos. This is the clock time, the cruel god that slowly eats the life out of you, as represented in the famous paintings of Rubens and Goya. The other word was Kairos, which meant the right moment, the proper time for action. Modern people try to manage time, to bend it and fit as many tasks as they can in their agenda, rushing life's melody. The ancient Greeks had understood that everything in life is about timing and had even a specific word for it, for catching the opportunity, following the rhythm of life, which is something we cannot change anyway. Maybe this is why Kairos now means weather in modern Greek. Humans cannot impose life's tempo. Only try to dance along. Thanks for watching.